Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Absolute Rain podcast. My name is Accuracy, and I'll be your host today with my co-host, Icy.
Hello, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast.
Today, we have our special guest of the week, Mr. Randomnese. I've been watching him stream for a few months, but Random, for those who don't know who you are and what you do, let them know.
Hi. First of all, thank you for having me. My name is Mr. Randomnese. I am an art streamer on Twitch, and I also enjoy playing video games such as Overwatch. So yeah.
Nice. What is it like living in Norway, and what are the other places that you have traveled to and lived in?
So first of all, like Norwegians, they don't really talk the way I do, and that's because I've lived in Canada, but I was born and raised in Norway, and we moved over to Canada when I was in grade, I think, 5, and I lived there for 5 years. And then I came back here for high school and finished that up. So I've lived in Canada, and then, I traveled, to different places of the world just for vacation. And I've also lived in Bangladesh, which is where my mom's from, for like, I don't know, I think it was like 3 or 4 months, but yeah.
See, I heard you talking about Bangladesh in your stream the other day, and I was curious about that because you didn't seem to enjoy it.
Wait, what do you mean? Like,
Like you said, it was like you were telling a story about something about when you were in Bangladesh for a few months or something, and there was like a spider. And
oh, yeah, I was okay. Imagine 7-year-old me. I was sitting on the shitter, and I'm just minding my own business, and I'm yeah, taking a shit, and I, I look down, and then I look across from me, and there's a wall, and this wall is like not very far from me, and there's a spider, and this isn't just like a spider. If you reach out your hand and like open it and like spread your fingers, that's how big it was. And I'm 7 years old. I fucking like I just pulled up my pants and I didn't wipe my ass. I just left. I was like I'm not having this. I left. I just straight up left. I'm like, nope.
I figured that would be a good icebreaker.
So yeah.
So they have spiders as big as your hand in Bangladesh.
Yeah, I was on a farm and there was a fucking snake there. I actually like jumped. It was, yeah, it's scary, but it's a nice country. It's a beautiful country.
I was gonna say, because the way you described it, I was like,
Yeah, it sounds like a terrible fucking place. I don't want to go there.
I was like, is
Just a
Bangladesh like a third world country?
Yeah, fuck that, dude.
It is. It's just Australia 2.0, with
Facts.
2.0,
Australians
that's
have like the largest spiders. Have you
Dude,
seen those videos
they
on
also
YouTube?
have like the most deadly like everything. in the
Animals,
world.
yeah, bro. Fuck that, dude. Australia,
Yeah.
not for me.
It
Bangladesh
is-
is also
it is.
getting crossed off now too. Fuck that.
Oh. But so, what got you into art?
Well, I think most of us anyways have always like as a kid drawn, and I, was also a kid who enjoyed drawing. When I moved to Canada, I kind of stopped drawing, and I picked up the pencil occasionally and would draw like, I don't know, Pokemon or whatever. And then when I came back to Norway, I was in high school first year, and I was telling my friend, or I was like, I really miss drawing, and she's like, dude, you need to pick up the pencil and start again. Like if you miss it, do it. And so I just like started drawing, even though I didn't really quote unquote have time, but you can always find time. So before I would go to bed, 20-30 minutes, I would just like draw something, and it would normally be like girls, like pretty girls or something like that. And I don't know, it became a habit, and then I don't know, I just kept drawing. So yeah, and then I did art in high school, and after that I was like, maybe I'll pursue art, maybe this will be a thing. So yeah, I got interested in art over time.
Gotcha. Nice. How did you come across your style of drawing and art?
So I think like for art in Norway we have this thing called folk high school, and it's like you live at the school, you don't have any exams, and there's no like curriculum, right?
Sounds
And you
fucking
just
dope.
like Yeah, it's great. You live very close with people, and it's I mean, it's very nice. You make friends for life, basically. And being surrounded by other artists, that really like made my interest in art like go up. And so after that, that's when I decided I will like pursue art. But my art style kind of, I mean, I would do a lot of traditional painting there with like acrylics and stuff, and my style kind of um came from that. So I do a lot of digital work now, but I feel like when you're painting, I mean, there's no proper way of painting, but when you're painting a person or whatever, you kind of want to like block in like shapes and colors and stuff like that. I feel like that's the traditional way of doing it. And so when I'm painting now, if you look at my work, you'll see very like blocky shapes and colors, and and that's kind of where it came from. I just like that kind of look, and people also seem to like it. It's not like hyper realistic or you don't have that smooth skin. You'll see like shapes and stuff in the painting. So yeah.
So it's like a traditional Norwegian almost style,
I
like
mean,
or derived from.
I mean, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't consider it like a Norwegian style. I just think that it's like I don't really know how you would describe it. Wait, cubism. Let's see here. I don't know. There's just normally when I'm painting, I'll have like I use really hard edges when I'm painting. A lot of people like to use soft edges to make skin smooth, but I use like very hard edges, which makes that kind of blocky shape.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so it's a unique Randomese only style.
Yeah, it's kind of like all like people during a stream I was using soft brushes and people were like, this is off brand, what are you doing, so so yeah, it's kind of become a thing. Yeah.
See, so that means like I know people like you said they develop their style over time. I think I don't think you should lose your style.
Yeah, that's actually something I've been worried about though, because people enjoy it. And I talked to like an art streamer. His name is Dave Greco. He's like a concept artist, or he's an illustrator. He's a freelance illustrator for like big companies. And I was like, I'm worried about losing my art style because people like it. And he's like, well, your art style is gonna change anyways, as time goes on, as you get better. No matter what you're doing, if you like music, that will change, the way you make music and stuff. And it's the same for art. Your style will change. So yeah, people will like it, but I don't know, it's not gonna be like this for, forever.
Well, hopefully it'll just keep growing into a staying that unique thing. Don't let it
Yeah, yeah.
That's one thing I will say is like you should learn the like proper ways of things, but don't let your overall like personal style just turn into somebody else's, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
I get what you're saying.
it's definitely something that that I think draws in viewers, and not just viewers, but people enjoy your stuff. Kind of like how people see some art in a museum and it's this is a one of a kind so and so. I think that's you know like that's the draw of it, is that it's one of a kind. People may be able to replicate it in the future, but as of right now, if you're the only one doing it, man, and you're doing it well.
I mean, you speak very highly of me. I appreciate it though. It's a very nice compliment. Yeah, yeah, but I get what you're saying. Hopefully this can become like more of my thing. Like that's what I'll be recognized for, maybe. We'll
Yeah,
see.
that's what I mean. Like, obviously, if you want to do a professional portrait kind of deal, then do a professional portrait. But, if you're doing your own personal private paintings, why not make them your own instead of someone else's? That
Yeah.
I
You
think
should
that's
take
what I mean.
advantage of having your own style.
Yeah.
It's unique. I'd rather be unique than fit in with the crowd. You know what I'm saying? You get more
Hey.
attention being unique.
True.
All right. So, what or who are some of your inspirations for the art that you make?
There's a lot, I feel like, and most of these I actually follow on Instagram. I can name them for you, but let's see here. Um,
Oh yeah, feel free to plug anything or anyone who you feel like dropping in the podcast. We don't really
yeah.
stress that too much.
Where should I put it?
Oh no. Just feel free to state it out.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted me to post physical links. Um,
No,
but
you're good. We
I don't
can
know.
you can link them in general chat or something like that, and I can add them to the description when we upload this, so
Yeah,
anybody
yeah,
can
yeah.
check them out.
I mean, there's like a lot of them. I looked at the questions before the podcast, and so I pulled up a bunch of different ones. I have like, I don't know, 8 artists here, but some
Who,
of my hmm?
who would you say has the like most, I guess, influence into like that you would hold in high light and aspiration?
Yeah, I think it can be boiled down to like
Michelangelo.
one. No. I mean, I did look at his work, but I don't think that's where I want to go. But because, um, you know, I want to become an illustrator.
I'm just being
You
a
know,
smart ass.
oh, my bad. Yeah. No, but I want to be an illustrator. I want to make something. I want to create pieces that like tell a story and is like relatable. So one person is like Snatty, or Ate,
Ooh.
who works for Riot. I didn't even know. I followed them for a long, long time, and they are a Riot employee. And all of this is their personal work, and they will work like 12, 14 hours at Riot, and then they'll go home, work 2 hours on one of these pieces that you see. Like
Oh,
it's two
Fucking
hours of
grind,
yeah.
work. It's
Putting a little bit
insane.
of elbow grease. You feel me?
Yeah,
You guys should definitely check them out. It's Snatty89 or SNATTI 89 on Instagram. It's some
yeah.
That's some
So
really dope work.
I know. So he has basically been like um one of the people that I've been really trying to, I don't know, I want to get to his level because he can just create a story with a painting that is somehow relatable, whether it's the mood or what's happening or whatever.
Yeah,
And
like from a distance, it looks like it's almost like clips from like a Disney movie or something like that, or Pixar
yeah,
or something, and then you like look at them and it's like, oh no, these are paintings.
yeah.
So
So
I like that a lot.
yeah, he's definitely, I would, if it was to be one person, it would be this guy for sure.
Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting.
Are you art interested?
Uh oh.
Go ahead.
I prefer doing graffiti. When I
Oh
was
yeah.
younger, I used to
Yeah.
do it on buildings. Subway graffiti.
Legal graffiti, of course.
Legal graffiti.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It used to be illegal. I don't really do it anymore.
Shh.
When I am doing it, shh. When I am doing it, it's mostly drawing. The graffiti style, I
Yeah.
draw it in my notebook in class or something like that. It's usually
Nice.
like bubble or sometimes block.
Mm,
I don't really have a style of graffiti. I kind of mix both, to be
yeah.
honest. But I enjoy doing it. When I
No.
first learned, I learned through Can, and then I started using markers and Can. I could pretty much use a pen, pencil, marker, or Can, but I first started, drawing with graffiti. That's how I learned.
That's amazing. When I was in New York because of a school trip, we got to look at like
There's
graffiti
whole murals,
on the
yeah.
yeah, on the streets, and because there was this guy that gave us a tour around like a street or an area. I can't remember the place, but he's lived there his whole life, so he knows the history behind like all the pieces there. He'll be like, that one's been there for 2 weeks, that one's been there for 10 years, and it's like it's kind of crazy to see how people are kind of competing or just like spraying on top of each other, or
hmm
how um like just like the stories behind it all, and it was really interesting. There's a
In
culture
certain parts
behind.
of Brooklyn, there are like actual murals, and then
Yeah.
there's, certain pieces that have their names. Like there's one near my grandmother's house that's an actual picture of Biggie with the crown on it, and it's
Hey.
exactly like the picture on his album. And then there's another
Oh, that's
one,
sick.
I can't remember. And then I think there's another one of Biggie because he had such a big influence on New York since he did come from there in Brooklyn. That there's another one when he was a baby. It's just amazing, how people can express themselves through graffiti, and you could just tell, like, wow, that person really had a lot of what's it called? a lot of representation in their life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The murals in Brooklyn. Um, there's this one artist. I can't remember his name, but he's very popular and he does only street art.
Mm-hmm.
Are
Nothing
you talking
else.
about
He just
are you
does
talking
street art,
about starts
and
with
he's
like
from
a
New
B
York.
or something like that, right?
I don't know. There's a
Banksy?
few like that though.
Banksy, yeah, Banksy. Are you talking about
Mhm.
Banksy?
I think I am. I don't know, dude.
I mean,
don't know what
Banksy's
the fuck
world
I'm
famous,
talking
and they're an anonymous
Yeah.
artist. No one knows who Banksy is.
Give me a second.
Is that
Let me
like
look him up.
the plot to like a Sherlock Holmes episode?
Maybe.
Sorry, don't mean to distract from it. Just
No, it's not Banksy because he's from the UK.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I was
a New
thinking.
York. It's an artist from New York, and he's known for doing street art. He does like whole walls. Like, picture a handball court, like the wall for a handball. That whole wall would be covered.
Hmm.
Like
See,
does
la-
massive. He does massive pieces.
Atlanta has quite a few nice locations like that, but at the same time, we also have like a lot of museums,
Gang
like
graffiti.
the High
Oh,
Museum
shit,
of
never
Art
mind.
and stuff.
Okay. Oops.
No, like we've got a lot of graffiti.
We got a
by
lot
all
of.
means. But here I think it's just like with the High Museum of Art being right there, I think a lot of it is actually like recognized and professionalized through that because it's just so easy to, submit work into that.
And the definition of graffiti is changing. Like certain things are called graffiti, and then others are called street art, which I like that people are starting to recognize as not as graffiti but as art. I also like that as well.
Yeah, so I would definitely recommend if you ever feel like going on a vacation that Atlanta be a place you check out because it's got some pretty nice, not only street art but also, like I said, the professional art and some also like there was like concept cars and stuff like that in the High Museum of Art for one of the pieces or like whatever you would call them venues in it. It's like all one of a kind vehicles that are actually built and exist and could in theory drive around. Like that's one of the things I found cool with it. It's just like the amount of ways that you can go about it. And it's not just the one style.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
For
I'm sorry. I'm trying to find this artist. 'Cause
So
for a workshop that
no.
yeah, there was at the end of the year at the school that I went to, we did a workshop with graffiti, and there was an empty wall, or there were a couple of empty walls on our school, and we did like I don't know, the wall's like kind of big. We needed like to set up some, I don't know what you call them, but it was like some construction things where like platforms that you kind of stand on and
scaffoldings.
oh yeah, is that it?
I think
Scaffoldings?
that yeah, like has a little ladder.
Yeah, that's it. And then yeah, it was only like one level up above ground or two. But yeah, we made like a giant astronaut. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty badass. That your school's like, hey, yeah, you get to paint on our walls.
Yeah, it was fun.
I went to a white brick school, like there, no art anywhere, and like if it was anywhere, it was on a like outside the art room or whatever. They put them on those cork boards, and just like pin them in, and it's always like here's so and so, like this entire class is drawing of a similar thing for this
yeah.
month, and then it's
Yeah.
like so people got to represent themselves in different ways, but at the same time, it was like okay. Well, your time's up.
do they not? Like,
Whereas you just left,
They
you
don't-
got to leave in a permanent impression on the school.
Yeah.
they don't tag their work at all, and it's actually annoying. I'm sorry. I'm really trying to find him. All right, we'll do it later. Fuck it. That's getting annoying.
Icy.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was your turn now. Okay. What are your long-term plans for art in art school?
So right now I'm streaming my journey to art school, and so first of all I got to do that. But the reason why I want to go to art school is because I actually want to kind of learn the basics. I feel like I just want to go to like somewhere where they just teach you the fundamentals of art and all that jazz, and I just want to get good. and hopefully through that I can acquire the skills to hopefully one day work as an illustrator, whether it be you know freelance or in a studio, preferably maybe a game studio, where I create pieces for maybe a video game or something like that. But yeah, that is the goal, to be an illustrator for a company, or do freelance. I don't know yet, but yeah, illustrator is probably what I want to do.
That
Very
being said,
interesting.
do you have any particular style of video game that you would want to do art for? Like, are you talking like in-game art, or are you talking like how like Magic and Eternal and all those have like card covers? Like that was something that an artist named Jasperish on Twitter, he would do. Like I think I showed you it, the giant turtle that took him like 32 hours or something. Like, is that the
Oh,
kind of art you would be talking about? Is for like cards or whatever, or in-game character style design?
yeah. So what I think you're thinking about is you're asking if I want to do illustration or concept art. Concept art is basically where you're just making a bunch of, it's different from conceptual art, but concept art is where you're just making a bunch of ideas and designs for example, a character or an environment or a costume or weapons, whatever, right? And these are things that will be inside the game. And I've thought about, do I want to be a concept artist or do I want to be an illustrator? And an illustrator will just create one image that will tell a story. Like they'll just make like one really good looking image. While a
So,
concept artist will do like tons of designs to like kind of like see what works and what doesn't, you
so
know?
are you trying to do the concept or illustration? Like, do you want to? Because I know you were just talking about wanting to learn more about telling a story in your artwork.
Yeah. I think I've been very back and forth, but I think I'm starting to lean towards illustration. But to do either concept or illustration, I would need to get really good first. But yeah, I think I want to lean towards the illustration side more.
Or you could just do both. Work on different projects, man. You know, spread your
So
Technically,
wings.
yeah.
illustration, I'm sorry. So illustration is one portrait or one piece that
Yeah.
has multiple meanings. Is that okay? All right. There we go.
Like just
A
like
picture that has a
one.
thousand words.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
a concept, like concept art is, if you just Google concept art right now, you'll most
Fucking on
likely,
that.
oh wait, no, that's not really. Let's do
Fucking on that. Concept
Conceptual is
art.
what you were saying.
Used to convey an idea for use. Oh, really?
well, yeah, like um concept art is just like a bunch of different designs for one thing. Like I have a book called The Art of Overwatch, and it's filled with concept art, which is just like they show like all the different ways they designed a character. Like
Oh
Mercy,
yeah, I've seen it.
yeah,
Those are awesome. Like,
like Mercy used to be a black guy. Yeah, I didn't know that, right? But now she's like a Swiss lady that's blonde, right? It's like it's crazy. So yeah,
you get it. So the conceptual or conceptual art would be more along the lines of like the in production stages prior to final form, and may also include final form. And then illustration would be you're making a final form. This is what it's going to be, and this is what it says.
yes, exactly. Except the only thing I would correct is it's concept art, not conceptual art, because
Oh,
conceptual art is actually completely different. This is
see, I
concept.
thought you said it the other way around.
No, no, no. Yeah, no. But I can get why that's. But the conceptual art is like, I don't know. Like put like if you just Google it, there's like people just stacked a bunch of oranges and made a pyramid and called it art, or something like that. Like it's just like conceptual art is more about the idea, you know, which yeah, rather than it's just like it's kind of like modern art, if you will,
Yeah.
conceptual art.
See, I just
Well,
I dropped a in the chat. I dropped a link to the tweet where he shows some of his illustrations, just sparish.
yeah,
So Icy could see what we were talking about with that, which I'll link
yeah,
his social as well in the description below for anyone who wants to
mm,
check it out.
yeah. So you posted illustrations, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because that's what he focuses on a lot. Is he does a lot of illustrative work for and graphic
Yeah, yeah.
design, which I think that's where I fall on the spectrum. Is I really like those full on illustrative and graphic design things.
Mm-hmm.
But so for any aspiring beginner artists out there, what are some tips that you may have?
Um, I think one of the like a good tip is if you are really into something, whether it's I don't know, anime or bands or I don't know, TV shows, like draw that. Draw that thing that just makes you very excited, right? Um, because first of all, you'll be like excited to do it and motivated, and it will get you into the groove, right? So like whatever it is, I'm sure there are things that you enjoy. I'm sure it's easier for like a high school kid to kind of find these things because they've, fangirl about all kinds of shit. But
Everything.
yeah, exactly, right? But
Excuse me.
it you in high school?
Yes, I'm a senior.
Oh, okay. But you get the
I
idea,
feel
right?
offended.
So I
You
mean,
should you shouldn't be, man. Your thing is Biggie, right? And classic hip hop and
exactly,
graffiti work. Like that is your you dive into that. You love the
right?
graffiti Biggie. I mean, it makes
So
sense.
so you would go ahead and draw Biggie or do his like just different stuff that kind of gets you into that, and then after that you can try just I mean you have to draw a lot, but I don't know, just do what you enjoy and have fun with it in the beginning, and then as time goes on you'll get better and you'll try different things hopefully, which will also make you better. But yeah, like first thing, just have fun with it, do the things you enjoy, and yeah.
I can't tell you the amount of band logos and stuff that I drew on inside of or on homework or whatever back in high school. Too bad I never stuck with it.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean,
our art or sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, like, I've seen like really amazing artists, and I see that like their first like pieces of work, and it's like I don't know, Dragon Ball Z fan art, right? And it's not that good, but like they did what they enjoyed in the beginning. That's all. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I attempted a lot of anime drawing and manga drawing, and it just I didn't stick with it, man. And now I'm at a point where I know how to animate an entire show from start to end, but I can't draw anything.
Yeah.
So if you actually enjoy something, it will come back to you later in life. So you might as well go ahead and learn it now.
That is actually very, very true.
I am now working and doing a lot of other things, and so learning how to do that drawing that I was really into when I was younger that I never learned how to do
Yeah.
has definitely come back to bite me, and now I really want to do it, but I can't. And
Yeah.
now I've got to find that time, and it's harder to find time the older you get.
Yeah. One thing that I liked what you said is like the things that you enjoy when you're a kid or whatever, just stick to it. Because as a kid, like I would make videos, like edit videos. I would do art and I love video games, and now I'm kind of like combining all three. I want to do like illustrations for video games and I stream, It's like as a kid, like it's kind of weird, but if you have a kid and they're really into something and like when they're young, like and they're like, I want to do this when I grow up, like maybe listen to that because you never know, like some shit just like sticks with you for the rest of life.
100%.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I have a
Agree.
lot of video game background and everything that I'm kind of like, that is all my focus now outside of work.
Yeah.
I see.
How did streaming make its way in your life with art?
Um, so yeah, as I mentioned earlier, so I finished high school. I went to that folk high school for a year, and I decided, okay, I want to try to get into art school. I didn't get in, and so I took a year off from like studies, to just like work, and I work at a grocery store, and I will try to get into art school, right? And my friend got me into streaming, or he said that, hey, I think you should start streaming, because I used to stream like Overwatch and RuneScape before, and he said it was really like entertaining and he liked it. And so I started streaming, and I was like, wait, I'm gonna spend my entire year trying to do art. Why don't I try streaming art instead, so that I can actually like be productive, right? Because I don't think I would be productive if it wasn't for streaming in terms of like creating art. I would just like sit on my ass all day and be like, I should make something, but never do it. While streaming like forces me to do it. So like that whole thing with like, okay, I enjoy streaming, I need to do art. I kind of combined the two. And then as time went on, I stopped doing as much like video game streams and started doing more art streams. And there was a time where I would do like half half, but now it's like 95% art, and I'll or 90 maybe, and then I'll do like video games every now and then. So yeah.
So how were you able to build this brand and community that you've built from in such a short time as well?
First of all, I think I watch a lot of like videos on how to build or how to stream. And one big person, or she's not that big, but one person that really helped me was Ashley Christ. I can link it right now. She's a Twitch streamer and a YouTuber, and she just teaches you how to stream. And she basically talks a lot about, like branding and stuff like that, and having a belief system. And that's really important for streaming, because like if you're just like, hey, I'm a streamer, I play video games, or I just do art, people are like, okay, fine, everyone does that. But if you're like, hey, I'm here to do this one thing, I have like some sort of purpose, then people will be like, oh, okay, I can get behind this, right? And so my whole thing is, I'm trying to get to art school, and finding that like purpose it's fucking difficult, because it took me like 3 or 4 months before I was like, wait, I can make that my thing, right? It takes time, but like, I don't know, you just kind of have to sit down and be like, okay, why am I doing this, and what am I trying to like, you know, get out of it, and what can people rally behind that I do, right? And so once I figured out I can make this about, my journey, people were like, I want to be part of this, and everyone like, I asked people, why do you guys care so much about the community and the streams? And they're just like, I want to be part of this journey. So having that kind of like purpose behind your streams, I think that really helped.
That is
So
very insightful.
Yeah.
That's very insightful. I think I like that. I agree with what you said. You have to
Yeah.
have a purpose, and you have to feel motivated to do something, and you have to, have that one thing that not a lot of other people have. But not only that, what you said, you have one thing that you could set yourself apart from the rest, which I agree, that's very insightful. I agree.
Yeah.
How long have you been
Uh,
streaming, and what separates you from other streamers that have helped you grow at such a rapid rate?
I mean, I don't. I feel like I'm growing at a very organic rate, because I'm just kind of like, you know, streaming and stuff like that. But in terms of what separates me from other streamers is, first of all, the art community on Twitch isn't that big. Like, it's not that saturated, right? If you go to like Overwatch, or, I mean, Fortnite just died a little bit because of Apex, but, Fortnite, League of Legends, all those big games, it will be hard for you to kind of like be discovered, because you have to
Mm-hmm.
scroll a lot just to
Yep.
find like a streamer who is like at 0 viewers or whatever, and then they have to click on you and stick around, right? So like playing like being in the art community, it's easy to find people, and so that's one thing. And then a lot of like people on the art community, um some don't have mics, some don't have cameras, and it's like if you're on Twitch and you're just trying to, um what am I trying to say here? Like, I looked at these people and I'm like, this is not a good viewing experience for me, right? So you kind of also just want to like go see what other people are doing and what you can do better. However, there's so many good art streamers on Twitch. But I think what kind of separates me is like my energy levels. Most people, most artists are like kind of chill, but I tend to, I don't know, my community and we tend to meme a little bit too hard sometimes, and that might like repel people, but that can also attract others. So yeah, just having like energy, personality, and yeah, just showing that you care about the stream. I think that really, yeah.
I will say your community is really big on the memes. I believe it was CS who I was just making a joke about the other day, about him having like a 10 terabyte hard drive of you having, or of just your face. 'Cause he has so many memes that he's made out of your face.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's crazy. There's people who are like posting just like crazy memes that I wouldn't even think about, whether it's related to the community or whatever. It's yeah, but yeah, they're very passionate community, I would say.
I think that's an understatement for, depending on who it is.
But yeah, if you can just like look at other streamers, see what you can do better, and also just like take what you like from other good streamers and implement that, and just show that you care. I think that will separate you from a lot of streamers, because many people on Twitch, they stream, but they might not be that good. But yeah, so
Now, I have a question since we are talking about, your streaming and everything. How
yeah.
are you, like, where did you get the name Randomnese from?
Oh
I,
God, I don't
I
want
want
to.
to know.
Oh God, oh fuck
I
me.
wanted to add that to the notes, but I
Oh
didn't know where to put it, so I was like,
no.
what, fuck it, I'll just ask it
Oh
now.
fuck. Okay,
How did you get that name?
this is cringe. Just
When
prepare.
when
Okay,
Accuracy
I'll.
told me about you, I was like, all right, fuck is Randomnese? How do you,
This is
the fuck
this
is
is
that?
gonna be stupid. This is gonna be dumb. Okay, so context. I was probably like 9 or 10 years old, and I like my name was like Azar, like my real life name, Azar. And I was like, I don't want to be like, I don't want to put my name out there. It's scary. It's the internet. And then I was at that age where I'm like, oh my God, guys, I'm so random. I'm funny, So I changed my name to Random, then I changed to Mr. Random. And then I was like, I need to make it more random. Like, I hate myself. I hate my 10-year-old self. But I did that. I did that. And I was like, oh, like the language Chinese? So I speak like randomnese. Haha.
Yo,
Yeah.
dude,
And
what
then
the fuck? That's cringe, bro. Oh, no.
it's awful. It's fucking awful. I hate it. And
I
then I
feel
was
bad that
like,
I asked that now. Jesus.
yeah, but it's not even, and it goes worse. It's worse because then I was like, I need more, and then like Indian, I added like an Ian at the end, like I'm Randomnese Ian, and then I added another E's, so it became Mr. Randomnesianese, and I had that for like many
Jesus.
years, yeah, and then I started on Twitch, and I had that like awful god long name, and people were like, "What is your name?" And I'm like, "Okay, I'll just cut it down to Randomnese." So now my brand is just Randomnese, but I when people ask me about the origin story, which not a lot of people do, I fucking like hate myself. But yeah, that's there's your answer. Hope you enjoyed.
No, but
If
that
it
is
makes
a
you
good,
feel any
it's a good
better,
story.
my first gamer tag that I created myself was Toxic X Pepsi, because I had a can of Pepsi, and well, I don't even know where Toxic came from. It was just,
Oh God.
and then I joined a clan, and it became GSS X Toxic X Pepsi.
Oh my fucking God. What about you, Icy? Where'd you get your name from?
All right, well, I have 3 names. At the beginning, Xbox 360. I was like 11 years old, Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
Had a gamer tag that my father made, which was like Little Man 62601, and then I made my own. It was D, capital THE, lowercase Trill, uppercase Prodigy. And I was like, you know what? I'm fucking cool, so I'm gonna put Trill in my name. And I was like, you know what? I'm young and I'm good at things, so why don't I just put Prodigy in there so I could be fucking dope, because I'm the shit, right? So I was like, you know what? The Show Prodigy, that's fucking dope. I'm the shit now. And then it went from that to on Xbox One, it became what was it? It was utilized because at the time I was like, all right, it was Call of Duty, so I was like, you know what? I'm a mastermind. Whatever the team gives me, I utilize to my advantage. So you know what? I'll just put utilized US because at the time US was like the US. I don't know. It was like a trend for Call of Duty for people that came from North America to put US in their name, people that were from Europe to put EU in their name, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Australia, South America, people would do that. And then I got the name Icy because of jewelry, and I was playing 2K at the time. So I was like, you know what? I got Icy on my wrist. I'll just call myself IC2 Code. And that's how I got Icy.
Quite the numerous of stories.
Yes.
Wait,
yes.
what about you, accuracy? I'm actually curious about yours.
So it started, like, as far as the accuracy thing, it started with I was a big fan of Only Use Me Blade. Like, he's the one who along with Hutch and Sean Anders and Stark and all them got me into like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And so I can't remember, it was like Modern Warfare 2. You know, I had my shooting account, which was the Toxic Pepsi, but then I decided to just knife only because of Only Use Me Blade, and so I created no accuracy with an XD on the end because I thought it was funny. and then you know, as time went on, I got tired of the knife only thing. You know, I only went for like 3 or 4 Call of Duties, not shooting a gun. Like I don't know how I did that. And
Wow.
yeah. And so I never had any accuracy on those games, but then I got really good at sniping on my shooting account, and so it became all the accuracy, which
Hey.
when I was starting to brand for the clothing line I had and have, like I'm trying to, you know, revamp and stuff, it became nothing but accuracy because that was actually this nothing but accuracy came from a discussion with a 50-year-old woman who I worked with on third shift. Because, you know, she has 3 sons who are 18 to 28. And so, you know, me and her would just chat, and she wasn't like uncool for being her age. She was just like she was like an old government accountant. So like her she was super strict, but her personality wasn't. And so she actually helped me come up with the finalized name, which just became my brand.
Hey,
Was
that's
just
It's fucking dope,
That's-
dude.
I was like,
Yeah, that's awesome.
what would an old woman click on? Because I wanted it to be, because I already knew it was like a dope name for teenagers, but then I wanted it to be something that anybody could like, because the shirts are going to be for a cause for most of them. So, you know, had to make it demographically acceptable. So this one was the most thought out name.
I like that. Unlike ours or mine, I don't know. Yeah.
every other name I've had was random.
Yep. Sounds familiar. No, but I like that question though.
Yeah, that was a good talk, Icy.
Thank you. Yeah, I was thinking about it before the podcast, so I was like, fuck it, dude.
There are a couple of other names in between that I didn't want to bring up because I have about 4 YouTube channels that will never surface again.
No. You can't just do that, dude. Come on, bro. Drop it.
Look, maybe one day, but let's just
No.
say that I have
Just drop one.
tutorials. I have tutorials out there on how to make airsoft grenades with Easter eggs somewhere on the internet.
Just drop one name.
Nope.
The most embarrassing name. Come on, you can't do that, dude.
Oh man, I'm gonna keep it I'm gonna keep it.
Oh, you're no fun.
Oh man,
Oh,
you know
you fucking
my
party
PlayStation Network account or PSN. I also made this when I was like 12 years old, and the random thing wasn't like a thing that back then. So I like, you know what I went with? It's called The Gamer of Today. That's my PSN account. It's
Wait,
awful.
the what?
And
The gamer.
the gamer
Just
of today.
Just the gamer of wow.
Yeah, that's it. And like Origin links with your PlayStation account, and so I don't know why it does that, but it does that. And so on there, like when I'm playing like fucking Battlefield, it's like The Gamer of Today, and it's awful. I don't like it at all.
I mean, I think that one sounds pretty dope, but Randomnese definitely takes the cake.
No, I don't want to talk about it.
Hey, look. I didn't think twice about it. I thought it was a pretty dope
Yeah.
name.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what would be some streaming tips you would give to somebody just starting out with streaming, or even someone with like a small fan base?
Yeah. I think it's kind of similar to art. There's that, you kind of have to like just do it and see if you enjoy it. I think a good thing to do very early on is get yourself a schedule, and you'll hear this across all the fucking YouTube videos in the planet about streaming. Get a schedule, but it's like if you stick to it, you will like stream regularly, and it can be like 2 or 3 times a week, and that alone will like help you a lot. And just make sure you're having fun, because streaming isn't for everybody, although everyone can reach a certain potential, right? That's true for anything in life. You're not going to be like the world's best soccer player, but you can be pretty damn good if you practice.
I don't know. I was
And
thinking I would become Messi.
I mean, maybe you are the next Messi, who
Yeah,
knows?
six
but...
foot, 240 pounds, gonna be the next Messi. Sorry,
Right?
go ahead.
Could be Ibrahimovic.
No.
Ibrahimovic is like 6'6". He's fucking good.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
I'm
Just
more
yeet
likely
all
to
of-
be a NFL linebacker.
play basketball, dude. But yeah, no, have fun with it in the beginning, and once you figure out, okay, I want to do streaming, then you can work on things like, branding and stuff like that. But in like for a new streamer, just have fun with it, be consistent with your schedule, and don't go all out on Twitch. Twitch should never be like, 100%. It should always be your side hustle. You should just have fun with it and dedicate time to it, and show that you're, serious about it, but don't make it your life. But yeah, have fun.
I think the biggest thing that I would have to say, and I think this is my only tip and last little tidbit is, don't make it your job. If you try and make maybe it turns into your job later on down the road or whatever, but don't make it such a don't get that mindset of this is my work, this is what I have to do all the time. Because I can tell you that has stopped me from streaming more than it has helped me with streaming. Is I've way too many times I've been like, oh, I've got to get home and work on this, and I don't. It's not. It's a choice. It's something that's supposed to be enjoyable and fun. And as soon as you make it work, it becomes totally different.
That's 100% true.
Mhm.
That's so true. Yeah.
Don't make it a hassle.
Don't make it a hassle.
Like it's your side hustle until like if you want to be a full-time like Twitch streamer or content creator, because like in 2019 I think you need to probably expand across more platforms. But if you want to be like a full-time Twitch streamer, it should always like just be a side thing until it's sustainable enough for you to do it full-time. Yeah.
So art has been your main focus lately, but word is you used to play a lot of Overwatch.
Yeah,
Let me know
that's
about
true.
that.
Okay, yeah, that's true. So yeah, I do enjoy video games. I've played them since I can remember. Like I used to play Tekken way back when I was nothing but 3 years old or something. And yeah, video games has always been like important to me. And I quit CS:GO because, oh God, like I don't know, the community was kind of awful. Valve didn't care about the game, and I got gifted Overwatch by some friends for birthday.
Oh,
Yeah, so I started playing it, and I really liked I liked it. I felt like Blizzard cared about the game. And so I just started putting time into it, and I grinded a lot. And this was like near like exams, like for my final year. Like it was super important, but I somehow like managed to really grind Overwatch at the same time. And I went from platinum, which is like I average, like kind of average, slightly above, to like masters in one season, right? And I was pretty proud of that. And then after that, I was like, all right, I'm gonna keep doing this. So, wait, what was the question? Hang on.
art has been your main focus lately, but word is you used
Yeah.
to play a lot of Overwatch.
But yeah, so yeah, and so I would just like spend a lot of time doing that, and then Overwatch just became like my main game, and it still is, but yeah. So it just I just fell in love with the game once I got it.
So, how did you find your way into comp Overwatch as a whole? Because you kind of went over of what got you into gaming, and what got you into Overwatch in particular. So, what would you say made you find your way into the comp scene or competitive playing on Overwatch?
I mean, I've always kind of like played competitively. I think I'm more of like a person who likes competitive games because there's always that like feeling of wanting to improve and stuff like that. So when I played, CS:GO and did lots of comp there, when I went to Overwatch, it was very natural for me to get into comp or competitive play. And, I just wanted to get better and better. Um, so that's pretty much what it was just very natural for me. Now though, um, I play a lot of competitive Overwatch because first of all, I feel like that's how you'll improve because it's more of a serious setting. And also I just want to improve at the game. Like I just want to know that if I put in work, I can improve. And I
Ha-
think that's what's appealing about comp.
have you ever won any money on it yet? Or
Oh,
mm.
no, I'm not that good. I mean, I did participate in an open division tournament, which is like Blizzard's, like official tournament. And I don't know, we weren't that good, my team. But we made, I don't know, I think all players got like anywhere from $10 to $20 just for like participating. And we made it to, I think there was like 500 teams. We made it to like top 96 or something. But yeah, it's not that good. So no, I'm not good enough to play semi
I understand
professionally,
what
if
you
that's
mean.
what you're asking.
You
No.
should, man. You should. If you enjoy it, grind it.
Yeah. But now Overwatch has actually been like I hear people saying like, "Oh, you can do anything if you put your like if you put a lot of time and work and effort into it, right?" But I've never like felt that. I've always been like maybe slightly above average at the things I do, whether it's karate or Overwatch or whatever, or drawing even, right? And
That's what my
so
girl says. Sorry.
I'm better than everyone. No, but no, but like yeah. So and I haven't like I feel like I've always been in that like place where you're not good, but you're not bad either, right? And so Overwatch, like I just want to like like make it to like either Grandmaster, which is like the top rank, or top 500, to prove to myself that if I put in time and work, I can do it. So it's not about the rank anymore. It's kind of like just like proving to yourself that you can do it, right?
Oh,
That's what.
so it's
Yeah.
just now you're in it for the grind.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
See, I think that was my problem is I got tired of the grind with Fortnite. And I was like, I'm done. And I quit playing Fortnite for like 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who
But
was?
it's
Oh,
no. Go
sorry.
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm
No,
sorry.
it's okay.
No,
It's
no, no, no. You're still talking. Go ahead.
okay. Shit. Well, I don't know. Like I don't know. Competitive play. eh, it's taught me things like don't worry about like arbitrary goals like rank and shit. It's more about like improving on your own gameplay and shit. And I think that can be like applied for any type of sport or skills in life. So like esports and comp has also taught me like life lessons, which I think is kind of cool.
Hmm,
Word
nice.
to all the parents out there who don't let their kids play video games. Stop being hoes.
Who was slash is the team that who was the team that you follow, or if you still do, and are there still plans to continue going pro?
Um.
The
So
second half
are
of the
you
question
talking
you
about?
already answered.
Yeah. Are you talking
Who
about my
was slash
team?
is the team that you follow? Yes.
Okay. So I used to play for a team called Team United, but we split up. Isn't that funny? But but
IRON.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. We split up because my captain was extremely toxic, and so everybody left him, and we kind of rebranded ourselves as Team Revolt or Revolt Incorporated. Uh,
Even more ironic.
These
I
names.
know, I know. I mean, it's just a meme at this point, right? But so yeah, I played for them for a long time, and I don't know, a long time, maybe like 3 or 4 months, and people were getting a lot better than me because I didn't put in enough time, and I eventually got benched. And when I got benched, they actually got new tryouts and they started trying them out, and these people were like way better than me. And so I kind of felt excluded. I wasn't good enough and shit like that, and I ended up leaving the team afterwards. Um, and I wanted to just like grind on my own and like solo queue and just like know that I can like get good enough and carry, like like not have to depend on a team. And then very very recently, one of my teammates from the old team, he's like, "Hey, I play for this other team. They're a little bit lower leveled. Do you want to try out for them?" And I was like, "Yeah." So these past 2 weeks, I've been trying out for a different team. They're called Self Pride Gaming. And
Are you guys fucking nasty?
I mean, they're a good bunch. They're a good
Yeah,
bunch.
you guys are
I just
fucking dope. Don't be humble. You guys are fucking nasty. All right,
no, but
I
but,
expect
but
you in the Overwatch League. You guys are fucking nasty.
no. We're
No,
actually,
don't be
like,
humble. You guys are fucking dope.
this guy, I can't.
I
But
love
yeah,
Icy,
no,
man.
yeah,
You guys are fucking
yeah.
dope, and I know it. Don't be humble. This is the fucking
If you ever
Absolute
need
Rain
it- if you
podcast. You
ever-
don't have to be humble.
if you ever need a hype man, Icy's always there for you.
Yo,
I'm here.
I will message Icy, be like, "Yo, I need some hype right before
I got
I
you,
have to do
dude.
something."
Just
Yeah.
do it. I got you. Man. I got you.
He said Shia LaBeouf.
Yes. Fucking here.
But
Don't
yeah,
be humble.
I tried
Fuck
out for
that
this
shit.
team, and the only problem was that I have work when they're scrimming, and so I literally could not like try out that much. Like they scrim 3 times a week. I could be with them once a week, and so I didn't make the team because of schedule. But yeah,
Oh, that's rough.
But if you did have the schedule, you'd be on the fucking team. You'd be a starter. You'd be the captain because you're a fucking goat, and the team's
Yeah.
fucking goated with
Oh
you.
my God,
Without you, they
this-
fucking suck.
all right.
And I hope they're watching. You need Random on the fucking team. He's the fucking captivated captain, dude. Everything
can't.
revolves around Random. God damn it.
Did you just break
Bullshit.
something?
No, I hit my
Bang.
desk. I got really passionate.
Same. I hit my desk too.
God damn it.
I love you. Oh my God. That's awesome.
So is there still plans for you to you know, you're solo queue grinding.
He's
Is there-
fucking going pro, dude. He's doing it. I told you. I fucking knew it. He's a god.
So are you gonna start the Absolute Rain Overwatch team
Sounds like it.
based
No,
out of
but
Norway?
Yeah. Absolute Rain _ Norway _ Overwatch. But no, yeah. Oh yeah, knees. Yeah. I need the knees at the end because knees. No, but I don't know. I'll still just be like trying to improve and get better and see where it goes. Yeah, I don't know. The more I've been playing, I feel like the worse I'm getting. But who knows? We'll see.
Yeah,
We'll see.
I feel that. Play some
Imagine if that
Apex
was a thing.
Legends, man. That's pretty dope.
Imagine if that was a thing,
You see,
though.
I
The
see.
more you play, the worse you get. That would be terrible.
That would suck.
But-
Then it's about who's the worst player.
Oh, yeah. I bet you I could suck more than you guys on
Oh,
Overwatch.
shit.
Quote it right now. Quote it.
just ask any of my former teammates; they'll agree. So how would a smaller team actually make its way into the Overwatch League?
So, as I said earlier, Blizzard has their own tournament called the Open Division tournament, and literally anybody can join, any team. And so you have people from bronze all the way up to Grandmaster.
Oh, wait, no, it's on
who
the
are-
PC, though, right? Fuck, no.
I'm not sure, but I think so. I'm not sure though. I haven't checked, but I play on PC, so yeah. We have Open Division, and obviously, people who are not Type 500 and Grandmaster aren't gonna make it to the next stage, but you can still compete, and it's good practice. But yeah, you do Open Division. Once you make it to, I think, top 16, you go to the next stage, which is like Contender Trials, which is like semi-pro level, right? Contender Trials, or contenders. So there's Open Division, Contender Trials. You make it through that, then you go to Contender, which is just like, the better people from contender trials. And after that, you have Overwatch League, which is like the top. So you have open division for anybody, contenders for semi-pros, league for the top.
So if you truly are some young gods, then it's actually not that difficult to get in.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty easy. Pretty much, you're gonna blow through open, then you're gonna blow through the top 16, and then you're gonna get into the Overwatch League. And then after that, after you make it into the fucking league, you're gonna win a chip, and you're gonna bring it home to absolute reign. It's that simple.
Or midnight esports,
Or midnight esports.
Sorry,
because they're fucking come up gods. Too.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you know about that, Randomnese. In Call of Duty right now, there
Oh
is
jeez, here we go. I'm gonna get.
No. I've been watching them. They're fucking solid, dude. Like, so there's this team that nobody had heard about. There's nobody who nobody had heard of them. They had 1,000 followers on Twitter. They are now in the Pro League, undefeated.
Oh wow!
They beat the best team, arguably the best team in the world, which is Optic Gaming, day one of the league, and that was after going 6-0 in qualifiers. Like, they're just literally nobodies who just came up and have destroyed every single established team that they have come across. Yeah, like it's truly like one of those where did you come from?
Where did you go? But I actually want to just know how, or just how and why, not why, obviously they just want to win, but how? Because normally to compete with top levels, you compete with them and you'll lose and you get better. Like, you're just competing against these top players. You don't win right away.
Yeah, exactly. They're basic, because Call of Duty's not franchise. So, there are a lot of really good players playing in these smaller tournaments and events and stuff all the time, where it's like they've already had LAN experience. They already know what they're doing when they get to a LAN. And so I guess they were just like, you know what? Let's just go let's buy in, qualify, and then just continue to demolish everybody.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, a bunch of nobodies who are now the Twitter was growing by 1,000 followers a day for a minute there. Like, every day of the CWL Pro League, they went up another 500 or 1,000 people who followed it. Like, you know what? Okay.
That's amazing. I love that.
Mm-hmm. What ultimately made you shift your focus from gaming to art?
I think what made me kind of shift my focus from gaming to art was the realization that, okay, I need to get into art school. That's what I'm using this year for. And so I just started doing art streams more and more. And as time went on, I started doing gaming less and less, in terms of streaming, at least. And so just because my entire focus for this year is trying to get into art school, it was just very natural for me to kind of just, shift my focus from, just gaming to art, because I wanted to stream anyways. So yeah.
So it's you're gonna bring it full circle eventually, because you shifted from gaming to art, so you can then use your art to get into gaming in a a career sense.
I would love to, though, because I love video games, and sometimes just doing art can be a little bit still. I know there's a lot of amazing streamers on Twitch who just do art so much, and they're really good at art. But for me, because I'm learning, because I suck, it can be a bit slow.
Don't do that.
Sorry, my hype man is here.
Don't do it.
I forgot. My bad.
You're a young goat.
So, the young goat.
All right. I don't want to have to get started again, do I? I already told you.
No. You're good.
Icy, sit back down in your chair.
I know. I was about to get the fuck up. I know.
Oh my God. We're good. Who is this guy?
He's like the bouncer of happiness.
Fucking right. How dare you? You're staying in the happy zone forever.
So, how has all of this impacted your personal life as far as streaming and art and gaming and everything? The good and the bad. The good and the bad.
Yeah. Oh, I love that question. Lots of shit.
I was about to say something so inappropriate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, do it.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Does this give you poon?
Oh.
No, not yet, dude. Not yet.
Not yet.
He said, look at my following though. My KD though.
Yo, I sent a snap to a girl and I was like, yo, I'm doing like a 12-hour charity stream for my birthday, and she's like, how many followers you got? And I was like, shit, because this was like way early on, and I was like 200, and she was like, okay. I was like, fuck.
Damn, gold digger, yo. Fuck.
Yeah.
The hell?
Yeah.
She was just
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, never mind.
You're a fucking
Yeah.
peasant.
Yeah. I know.
Asshole.
I was like, all right.
What's sad is he says that was early on, and I'm still at 103.
I mean,
anyways, go on.
I don't know what I was gonna say there, but anyways, how it's impacted my personal life. First of all, streaming takes a lot of time. The streams itself, yeah.
You do?
The
No, you
streams
fucking
themselves can
don't.
take a lot of time. What do you say?
Do you really get noticed on the streets?
Wait, you cut off there. What
I
was it?
asked
Oh,
you
he
if you
said,
got noticed on the streets.
do you get noticed on the streets, like when you're
Yeah.
walking around and people? Oh look, it's
Oh, look, it's
Randomnese.
Randomnese. You fucking draw shit. Woo! Keep doing you,
Yo.
buddy.
You guys, okay.
I love
I'm at
it.
like, I'm not that much different from the two of you. You know that, right?
No,
like,
you're a celebrity, bro.
No, sure.
You're a walking
when I'm on
Michelangelo.
when I'm on your show, I'm a celebrity. Yes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you're a walking Michelangelo, dude.
Oh man, no, I haven't been noticed.
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet. I haven't gotten poon yet. I haven't been noticed yet. Okay?
You heard it here first.
Oh man. Oh shit. Wait. Yeah. So.
All right, anyways, how does it impact your personal life?
Oh my god. I can't. Okay. Whew, okay. Okay. Let me drink some water. Hang on. This guy's
You
just
need
laughing.
some milk.
This guy needs some milk. Give him some milk. Okay, so streaming takes a lot of like time and effort, I would say. And so like a stream itself, on Twitch, will, depending on who you are, vary anywhere from an hour to maybe 8 hours or whatever. I normally tend to stick around 5 to 6 hours. I used to do like more 8 hours before, but it takes a lot of time, and so you kind of feel like you don't have time to do shit. And that kind of like, it can kind of make you feel bad because you're just like, what am I, like, I don't have any time for myself. I don't, like, I'm not saying I'm making this my whole, like, everything, but it still takes a lot of time. And on top of that, you're sitting on your ass all day, right? And so streaming has actually like motivated me to, kind of like, start working out. I haven't worked out in like 2 months. I kind of fell out of it, but like in the beginning, I started working out and stuff like that, and I was more productive. But yeah, no, the nature of streaming, it's just like, it takes a lot of time. It can make you kind of, I don't know. There's like lots of ups and downs because you'll have like amazing streams, and it makes you feel really good that you're like building like something on social media, because that is the way to go these days, right? If you want to create something, but at the same time, it can be a little bit lonely sometimes, because you're just like, even though you have a community, it's still just you in a room and stuff. I don't know. I haven't given you like any solid answer right now, but I just feel
No,
like there's
no, I 100% get it.
Stop dodging the question.
I think I can kind of summarize what you're saying there, which is like when I stream, I have a fiance now. It's not like I'm just like me by myself. If I was me by myself, I'd be lonely old me down in the whatever.
Yeah.
But when with her, it's like if I'm not streaming, odds are I'm hanging out with her.
Yeah.
And so anytime I do stream for an extended period of time, like I go upstairs and she's passed out or whatever, because it's I'll finish off at like 7 a.m., 8 a.m. because of the
Bruh.
way my schedule works. Yeah, like I'm like
It's fucking nocturnal.
we and it's like we're missing out on movie nights, stuff like that. So it's like
Yeah.
you have to pick and choose with it. Sometimes are you
Yeah, that's-
building your community or are you building your personal life?
Yeah,
It's
that's very true.
It's a very touch and go.
And the thing about it is you have to find some sort of balance, but you never truly will. And that's kind of like the sad truth is like you can find balance, but at the same time, like I'm sure you'll always want more balance in your life, right?
Yeah,
So
the best way that I could think for it is if you're going to try and balance it with someone else in your life, like a significant other, is they have to be into the same kind
Supportive.
of deal. Like
oh, yeah, true.
not just supportive, because like my girl is very supportive, but at the same time, like she started watching Twitch and now she's into Twitch, so she understands that. But before that, it was like she understood that I was live streaming for hours or whatever, but at the same time, she didn't quite understand how the
What you were
communities are
doing.
built. Yeah. And so there was a big disconnect there that eventually, once she understood Twitch, now she loves it. She watches a streamer who does Zelda and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So, they have that's part of that balance as well, but
That's true.
What are your end goals for everything as a whole, and what are you improving on and balancing? Wait, I'm sorry. What are your end goals for everything as a whole, and what are the ways that you're improving and balancing it all?
So my end goals, well, I think for 2019, I'm aiming to become partnered, and that's a very ambitious goal. And
Very well
I've
done.
heard that, but I hear like you can do the things that you want to do in life. It'll probably just take a little bit longer. So I'm trying to get partnered by the end of 2019 on Twitch.
you'll
but
do it
we'll
by
see.
July.
You're gonna do it. I was about to fucking hype him up. No, matter of fact, you're gonna do it in, what is it, February 10th? By February 28th.
Okay, that's unrealistic. They won't even respond to you if you applied now. By February.
He's a fucking god. He will be answered.
Oh man, this guy, dude. Holy shit.
All right, we'll say March 10th.
All right.
All right. March
Oh,
10th.
Okay. I'll compromise.
Just give me 1 month to go from, I don't know, I average around 15 to 20 to, yes, 75. Let's do it.
No. You're gonna average 100. All right.
All right.
It's lowballing. All right. We're not gonna lowball here.
I mean, if you want to be partnered, real talk, if you want to be partnered, although the requirement is 75, you should sit around 100 just to be safe.
Okay, so 200 then.
All right,
You're
all right.
averaging
Yeah.
200.
Oh man, yo, this guy's
Above.
actually like the best co-host.
Right?
Ever.
Right? Like, I'm so glad he offered to hop on here with me.
Yeah. This guy's actually great. I love him. But yeah, end goals. I think what I like in the end, I just want to have created something on social media, kind of like, a foundation, like a quote unquote empire, like something you've created yourself, right? Which you can use for whatever, because social media is so damn powerful. And so if you have like a strong foundation there, I think you can be very powerful. And so I would like to keep building the community, keep building the stream, keep building my, I don't know, personal portfolio for art and stuff like that. And at the end of it all, I don't know where we'll be, but hopefully, s- I've
That's
never
a very
actually thought
deep
about
stuff.
that.
Why did you just have to go so deep, dude?
I don't know. Fuck, I haven't thought about that shit though. Like where like at the end, like the end. Fuck.
Dude, I can
Haven't
tell
thought
you,
about that.
like I have 5 year, 10 years, and like 40-year goals. I'm like I'm a very, very think in the future, live in the present kind of person,
Yeah.
and that it is very deep when you start to really think about it. I'm like, my personal goals have been extended. Like, I'm now hoping to be set straight by like 23. 23, I'll be purchasing a house kind of deal. And 30, I hope to be like, realistically, my goals is to retire at like 30, 35 and just, be nothing but freelance. Whatever I want to do, I can do without
be retired at
stressing
19.
it. Yeah, right.
I want to be a fucking millionaire by tomorrow.
But somebody I look up to a lot is Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
Because he said I'm gonna be a millionaire by 25. He did it by 26. Like.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys know, but there's this content creator, like he's a motivational speaker slash
I'm gonna look it up. What's his
entrepreneur.
name?
Gary V.
Gary Vaynerchuk. I follow him
You
on
know him.
Instagram. I've followed him for like 2 years.
Yeah. So Gary,
He's from New York.
he said that setting up like arbitrary goals, like by 25 I'm gonna be a millionaire. It's bad because first of all it's an arbitrary goal. You're focusing on the end goal rather than the process. And when you're 25 and you're still not making like a million but a lot less, it's gonna fuck with your head. And by the time you're 30, you still haven't done it. And so, yeah,
Like
probably.
it'll set you back because you're too busy thinking about it, kind of deal.
Yeah, like
you
Gary says, love the process. Don't worry, like you just love the fucking process. Don't worry about like, cause you'll get it there at the end, but you have to love the process.
Oh yeah, and that's of course part of it. That's what I meant by like thinking of the future but living in the now. It's like I have my set arbitrary goals, but I also know what I like. I'm very passionate and following through with what I want to do. Like my bucket list of items are like completed for this year, and it's still February. So
Yeah,
like the only arbitrary goals I haven't reached are like Twitch following or whatever.
yeah.
But
But to answer your question, I think I'm not sure about the end goal, but I think for now I just want to like create like a brand, create some sort of foundation online, which I can use for whatever reasons in the future, because I think social media is pretty powerful and I enjoy having a community that is so passionate. I think that's very special, and I think anyone can do it, but it's weird to have that, but I also like it's special. I like it, so I'm gonna keep doing that.
it's my community, and I want it now. But
You can have them.
so what are the ways that you've been improving on all that, and like balancing the gaming and art and stuff? I know we touched on the gaming and art balance and everything,
Yeah.
but as far as like improvements, because I know you've been making a lot of strides to improve on your stream and such things.
In terms of everything, that's tough because, I mean, if I didn't stream and I was like really like I had a lot of like dedication and self-discipline, I could probably like you know um get or improve a lot on art faster. But because if you're streaming and doing art at the same time, it'll be slower. But um, wait, what was your question again? Fuck, balancing it all, right?
Improving
well,
and
like
balancing it all.
yeah, like all the different aspects. So like how you just did improving your art, and you've already
Yeah.
spoke on how you're improving your gaming. But like what are some of the improvements that you've been making to make your Twitch stream either more interactive or enjoyable?
Okay, yeah. Okay. So yeah, okay, so in terms of art and gaming, like for art, it's just like getting feedback from the community, getting feedback from other artists and stuff like that, and also just like copying art and like copying and studying. If you're gonna post it, make sure you say that you copied, but stuff like that. Gaming, just grinding and trying to keep trying to improve. For streaming, how to make the stream better. Lately it's been, let me see, I have like all of my fucking notes here because I always write shit down on
That's good.
what to make.
That's a
Yeah,
good trait to have.
yeah. So basically, one thing that you want the community to feel excited about your streams. And so I feel like doing like collaborations like these. I was gonna do a collaboration on Thursday, but that never happened because of technical issues, right? But like doing like some sort of events that can like hype up the community and make things a little bit more interesting. Um, I've added new graphics and stuff like that, new plugins, which is always like just a nice touch. I feel like I've always asked the community, like, are there things I could do better? And people are just like, I don't feel that way. But, I look at these big streamers, like Dr. Disrespect and Shroud, and I see what they're doing. And it'll be like, just the kind of smaller things like transitions and overlays and stuff like that. I added a starting screen very recently because I see that people get hyped in the beginning of the stream. um let's see what else here. Du- 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 du. And I think also a lot of the things like it's you can keep adding these things, but there are also things that you got to keep doing, not just like new things, but you also got to keep doing a lot of old things, which is like, you know, be active on different social media, be active on other people's discords and chats and, streams, and, show interest in other people, network with them and stuff like that. So yeah, I've added recently, it's just been like graphical stuff mainly, and maybe some new sounds. Every time a viewer comes in, I play a special sound effect for them. That's an interactive thing.
Oh yeah.
Um,
When did you add in the little like you just recently added in that little like greeting and sound effects and all that, like the little character that like says hello in their name. Like that's pretty dope.
yeah, that's called a Capamon. It's a little like there's a website. I think it's related to Stream Elements, but if you go there, you get your little pet, and then you just like copy the link and paste it onto your Twitch, and or your OBS, and it will basically just be like, hi, like, it will greet people, and you can make it custom so that, if someone says something in chat, for example, people say yeet a lot in my chat, right? Yeah, people say it so much. So the little like pet will be like yeet or get yoted, right? Like it finds like
Little
keywords.
phrases. Yeah.
Yeah, it finds keywords, and like, you can do lots of things with it. So just like small things like that, like you just add it every now and then to like make things more interesting. And also just ask the audience, hey, what are things I could do better, right? And normally they'll tell you. So yeah.
Hmm.
I feel like that's not a solid answer.
Oh
No,
no.
that was fucking dope. Stop.
Yeah,
Stop.
that was, you
Stop.
were solid. You were solid.
It was fucking awesome.
Sorry, that was me. I got a little I was trying to catch up on my notes, make sure I was in the right spot.
Yeah, no worries.
So, do you have any final thoughts or anything that you would like to ask and or talk about?
Hmm. Um.
Ask away.
Let's see.
You're the first person to actually ask us a question, I think. So, make it fucking good.
I mean, I think I do have a question, but I'm just trying to think of how I want to like phrase it, because I like as I said, I recently tried to do a art podcast, or like a collaboration with D Moose Arts. He's like a YouTuber with 160,000 subs.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I just found him on Twitch randomly, and it turns out he had like a big YouTube account, right? And he hasn't like promoted his stuff over there on YouTube, but he's been growing. And so I was like, yo, you want to do a collab? And he was like, yeah, but it didn't happen. But I just like when I was thinking of what to ask and stuff like that, I had to do a little bit of research, right? And so when you're doing like, when you have guests on your like channel,
Podcast.
what's the process for like finding these questions and doing the research? I'm a little bit curious about that, because I
Well,
think you've done a good job.
Well, normally, like I said, I usually have like this is like a 5-day out of the week kind of deal. Like, I only record, and the only work that anybody else has to do. I know it's a lot to try and balance the schedule, but usually it's like 2 hours is while we're actually recording. But me personally, what I'll do is I'll, whoever it is, because there have been guests who I knew very little about prior to. So during the week while I'm editing and stuff like that, I'll just have Twitter open, or like for this one, I had very few or very little knowledge of Overwatch in the Overwatch League, as I've never played Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and I looked up the Overwatch League, because I knew that was things that you did. And like I kind of fish for information from the person a little bit. Like I'll be like, what games are you into? Or because we center a lot around esports and stuff like that. Or what like I'll come up with my own questions to ask these people, and that are separate from what I will ask them during the podcast, but will give me the information needed to ask them. Like,
Yeah. Okay.
like
I
how
like
you're
that.
like how you're doing. You said demo.
Yeah.
You could ask him, like you could basically go through his YouTube or whatever and just be like, oh, so he makes videos of this kind of variety. So I might ask him
Yeah.
questions about, well, where do you come up with your video ideas, or if he does commentary, what got you into commentating, kind of deal.
Yeah.
You just
Okay.
you find what it is that makes them unique and special in their own way, and then kind of cater to that. Formulate the questions around them, or like I said, I'll go through their Twitter a lot and see what they have in their bio or look at their Twitch channel or.
Yeah.
Because that's how that's how I found out that Reapers is into wants to do aviation and stuff like that, and like planes and shit. Even though he works with like pig
In
farming
a factory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking pigs. He gets pork chops.
And so like those were things that I wouldn't have really thought to ask him prior to just scanning his Twitter for like 2 minutes.
Right. When I was putting together the questions for collaboration, I was like, I actually had to like Google like how to do good interviews, and I was like watching TED Talks on this shit. Like I don't know. I'm impressed by the amount of work you guys have put in. I enjoyed this.
Yeah,
So
the
open
biggest thing I could
accuracy.
say, I can say, don't overthink it. Like you can tell, we make bulleted points of like things we want to ask, but we would much rather have a fluid conversation than an interview, because the interview it's unless you're going strictly for an interview is typically more like if you would ask more specialized specific questions instead of kind of keep them a little more general if you want to have that conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, nice. I like that.
And feel free to ask anything else, because as you can tell, we're not trying to hide anything.
No, you guys seem pretty open. I'll give you that. I don't know. It's very nice. I'll be honest with you guys. I was a little bit nervous before coming here because
It goes away a little bit.
Yeah, it
You know,
does
because we're very personal, and we make it like not too constrict, but we make it more friendly. So
yeah.
I think that's what separates our podcast from others, is that we're very open, we're very friendly. We try to take you out of that element of thinking like it's a podcast and people are going to see it, and to just being like a regular conversation that you sometimes forget that you're even recording, that we're just having a regular conversation.
That's true. Yeah, I like that.
I will say we can thank Icy for that, because when I get on, I'm so nervous and everything like that, and then Icy gets on the mic and he's like, he's Icy.
Yeah, I'm the entertainer. Accuracy is the brains. Accuracy is usually the one that puts the work in. I'm just here to entertain.
I will say,
I'm the personality.
Like in our notes, he makes the questions.
I put the grammar. Like I put proper
for,
grammar and shit. He just like puts weird
for whatever,
fucking little notes
dude,
and shit. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean?
Look, you guys don't know me too well, but like we're about we're about an hour and like 20 some odd minutes into this. If me and my fiance are in a fight, that's my end of the conversation for 1 point. I am so run-on sentence, so ungrammatically correct in the way I talk and think and everything. It's just my head is a jumble.
Yeah, he just puts like fucking. Okay, so let's see if I could do it. Okay, so how did streaming make its way into your life? Talk about streaming. Like, what the fuck does that even mean, dude? You gotta give me something to work with here, buddy. Come on, like. So I like change around the shit a little bit. I make it grammatically correct, like I'm a fucking English teacher or something.
Yeah, literally with the Reapers podcast, it said talk about CS:GO, talk about.
So I had to like fucking change it around and like make a fucking question up shit. I'm like, fuck.
It's like my part of it is brainstorming. His is formulating them into
questions.
To legible sentences, whereas like me, I would make it some kind of legible sentence when I was reading it.
But like I said, Accuracy does all like the brainstorming and the questions and shit. I put questions here and there if I know something about the person, because sometimes I'm fucking lazy, so I don't really.
But you come up with the good questions though. Like once you read enough about what I've wrote, you're like like the questions you've asked today that weren't.
Oh yeah,
planned questions by anyone.
Yeah. I enjoyed those.
But like I said, I'm the entertainer. He's the brain. So.
Yeah, but I like that how you guys kind of like have that synergy and just kind of like feed off of each other in the sense that
we're a fucking duo. That's what we fucking do.
Like name a more iconic duo right now. You can't. You can't do it.
No. Twitch and thoughts.
Okay, so maybe one Nate Skunk. They're pretty good though.
Okay. Yeah.
Entertaining.
Well,
Entertaining wise.
Oh yeah. They know. But then again, then there's Hex just sitting in the background like I
Indeed.
set this up.
Indeed. But yeah, to touch on the podcast, you have to research a little bit, research the person a little bit. For instance, you want to do the podcast with the YouTuber, go on his channel, watch a few of his videos, see what his style is like, ask him, where he got his style from, what were his influences, just like we asked you what your influences are. Honestly, you could use this podcast as a learning experience for yours. Because from what I learned from you is that you like to grab bits and pieces from the best streamers. You grab their best, traits and stuff. Just like this, you can grab our best, traits and put it onto your podcast. Make it your own, just with a little bit. Make it like ours, just with a little bit of twist. Put the time in, research the person, formulate your questions that way, and have a normal conversation with them. Get to know them a little bit and get questions like that. It's a process. It's not easy. It does take a while to get everything set up, scheduling, stuff like that, and questions. There are a lot of stuff behind the scenes that aren't really easy to get, but it is fun at the end of the day.
A lot of Snapchat.
A lot of Snapchat, yeah. But it is fun. It is fun to do. It's fun to talk. You'll find that when you have your own podcast that it is very fun to get to know people.
That's true.
That's my favorite part. I get to know people. I love meeting new people, and I like talking to people.
Yeah.
It's a very good trait of mine.
Oh, one final thing is that you probably know, anybody who's been on the podcast has gotten the same kind of thing from the start of it, which was send me some topics that you're genuinely interested in talking about. So that way, if my notes are incorrect and we're talking about stuff that was you 6 months ago that you don't really care about now, but I was up to date on most of the people, because I know I actually genuinely have an interest in the people who I bring on, but just to make sure that I'm not behind on anything or there's nothing new, I'll ask them to send me a handful of topics that they want to talk about.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did that to me. I remember now.
Yep. Because it's that's a great way to go ahead and make sure. Oh, what? Go ahead.
No. I just said that was really smart. Yeah.
So like I said,
it's
never mind.
I'm just saying it's a good way to guarantee that there's those icebreakers that you can throw in, like you're Norway. I knew you were from Norway, and I genuinely wanted to know that Bangladesh story because I only caught part of it in your stream.
It's a good story though. It's a good story.
So like I said, with your own podcast, it's not always easy. Like the behind the scenes, it does take up a lot of time though. So you have to be ready to put the time in for that behind the scenes work, editing, formulating the questions is probably the hardest part. Honestly, I'm
getting ready to try and teach
getting
Icy.
ready. Oh, yeah, he's trying to teach me that. I'm like, fuck no. But yeah, formulating the questions, and you have to be really social. Like, I don't know if you're a social guy, but creating a podcast, you have to be social. You can't be, one of those wallflowers or shy people, because it's just not going to work. That's just not how it is. You got to be social. You have to be able to talk. You have to be able to relate to people. You have to be very understanding. You have to be able to hold a conversation. Yeah. But those are just little things that I wanted to add to help you.
Icy needs to check out your stream, or else he wouldn't have said that you need to be social.
Well, that's like for anybody that wants to start a podcast, not just him.
That's true. I didn't take it that way. Don't worry.
Oh no, I just mean if he saw your stream, he would. I see. I heavily recommend you check him out. You're live tomorrow, right?
No, not tomorrow. I have work tomorrow, but I'm live on like Wednesday, Thursday, and then Saturday, Sunday.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I thought you did like a Monday or Tuesday one. I thought like every Monday I missed a stream of yours.
Oh no.
Do you tweet Mondays like in 10 minutes you'll be live or something like that? Do you like put out a reminder? Hey, I'll be live in 15 minutes.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I actually don't use Twitter that much, so.
Oh. Well, I guess I'll just have to stalk your Twitch so I could find out when you're streaming. No, actually, I can
Yeah.
just follow you and it'll notify me when you're live. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, you can just like if you I don't know, click on my name and view profile. There's probably like my Twitch or whatever, but if you scroll down on the website, there's like literally a countdown for when my streams go live. So
Gotcha.
that's
All
kind of
right.
useful.
I'll
Oh
definitely
yeah,
have to
yeah.
check
He
that
like you said, the schedule's very important. He definitely has a schedule.
out. Mhm.
Yeah,
It is
that
not
thing, that countdown thing, helped me so much. That was my schedule. Yeah.
really because see, like the only thing that bugs me about that schedule in particular, and it's not just you, it's a lot of people use it. It's just you can't view it on mobile.
I know. Yeah.
And like I watch your stream every now and then while I'm at my computer, but most of the time it's on mobile that I'm watching it. I'm like, oh man. Every time I think about the schedule, I'm like, I need to check that and know exactly when, and then I never do because it's on mobile.
Is
Yeah,
there
I
anything
know.
else you'd like to ask or any
No,
questions? Any
I
final
think.
thoughts? Anything you want to say? Any shout outs?
Oh, well now you're asking all the things. Well,
There you
shout
go.
out to you guys, honestly, for having me.
Thank you, thank
Appreciate
you.
the love.
No, but like real talk, I don't know. It was very enjoyable doing this. It's my first. It's the first time I'm a guest on someone's podcast. I've never done like this type of content before, but I really liked it. I think it was good.
It's okay. We've
Uh,
never done this before either. Up until, literally up until like November or something.
Oh man.
That's
No,
it.
but
No
you guys,
shout outs. No one you want to give love to. You know, shout out mommy. I love you. Nothing like that.
I mean, it is Mother's Day, so mom, I do love you.
Today's
Shout out
Mother's
to my
Day?
mom. Yeah, in Norway, I think.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't
I
know
was
about
about
you
to
guys, but
fucking flip shit. I was about to have to take out my phone and call my mother.
yeah. I mean, do it anyways. Tell her you love her, right?
Facts.
Well, I can actually say that like also you said earlier any tips for having like any tips for beginning like streamers who are starting out. Um, send your link to like friends and family and stuff like that and have them watch you know, and the reason why my entire community and stream exists is because of one person. It's my mod CS. He's the one who's like, you should start giving streaming a go because I enjoy it and I think you can do it, right? And so just having that one friend, even if it's just one person in your chat who's like hyped about your streams, that will like go a far way. So if you have a friend like that, like, you know, let them know and, you know, always try to make your stream better and hopefully they'll stick around long enough till the point where, you know, your community is, you know, where it exists. You have a community.
Gotcha.
And
Sounds
yeah, so
good.
shout out to my mod CS, honestly.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
dude.
What's it?
See-
Does he have a Twitter, a Twitch?
No, he's not on social media that much. I mean, I told him to start streaming, but he's just like he said he would give it a go, but now he's kind of like, no, I don't really want to.
Gotcha.
And
Yo,
that's okay.
CS is a pretty cool guy. He's actually in Random Needs' Discord. Shout out Random Needs' Discord. Link will be below. It's literally like there is always people talking about all sorts of different things. If you like cute animals, there's cute animals. If you like memes, there's memes. If you like food, there is food.
There's food. Yeah, I gotta pull up.
But yeah, we also have like weekly theme challenges on the Discord, which you have actually done. Yeah.
Yeah. Poorly, but I did it.
I mean, you did it. People voted on you.
But no, CS is in there, and me and him actually played. I remember I was going to dinner with my girl, and me and him played a match of chess while I was in the car, just waiting, like going to dinner on my phone. So yeah,
that go?
shout out CS. Well, he destroyed me, of course.
But yeah, no, he's a good guy.
Shout out to
But
you.
yeah,
Much
no,
love, homie. I don't know you, but I fuck with you, dog.
His nickname is Drunkle, so you would get along with him.
Drunk uncle. Yeah, drunk uncle.
Sounds like a good
But yeah, so Random Needs, feel free to go ahead and shout out your Instagram, Twitch, all that good jazz.
All right. So on Twitch, my Twitch is twitch.tv/Mr_Randomnese. As I said, you know, I'm currently, as of right now, I'm streaming my journey to art school, but you know, maybe in the future that will change. My Instagram, I will probably change the name because it's not Randomnese or anything like that. It's actually, my full name is Azarudin, right? Azar, and then Azarudin. But yeah, people just call me Azar because it's short. but I mixed art and Azarudin together, so it's Artarudin. It's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
feel free to spell it out. Like,
Artaruddin, right? So that's that, and I'll probably rebrand it to Mr. Randomnese very very soon because it's the only one that kind of like stands out. Um, and then other than that, I do have YouTube, and I will be posting my. I'm planning on changing my content to my journey as an art streamer. So it's Mr_Randomnese as there as well. And other than that, I don't know. I have Discord, but you probably need like an invite for that. But yeah, we do weekly challenges there. And if you win the weekly challenge, you become member of the week, where you can just like talk about yourself, self promote. So if you make content or whatever, it's a good way for you to get your content out there. But it's also a good way for me to get to know you as a person. So yeah, I've never plugged in my stuff like this before. This is strange, but I'll do it. I'll do it.
extra streaming tip, network, which would be joining his Discord, do the weekly challenge, get that self promotion, and then you can network and chat with everybody in there and get some self promo.
That's true.
All right.
And it doesn't have to be art, If you make music, you can make music. If you take photography, whatever, you can do that. If you like poetry, you can write a poem about, I don't know, vegetables. It's up to you. But yeah, I think that's all I have to say.
Awesome. All right. Well, Randomnese, it's been a pleasure. I loved
Yo.
talking with you today, and I'm sure Accuracy did as well. It was very
Yes.
nice to
Quite
meet you.
enjoyable.
And I'm sure our listeners have enjoyed the talk as well. So feel free to let them know any things you want them to. And before you plug your socials, if you'd like to find the AR podcast, you can do so on Twitter at Rain Podcast, on YouTube at Absolute Rain, and on SoundCloud at Absolute Rain Podcast. To find myself, it is at Icy on me on Twitter and Icy2Cold on Twitch. Icy with two I's, TOOCOLD. And to find Accuracy, you can do so at
Nothing But Accuracy on YouTube, Nothing But Accuracy on Twitch, and at Pro Accuracy on Twitter. And I also have an Instagram now, which is just, I think it's AR_Pro Accuracy.
I think.
Awesome.
Think.
Well, thank you all for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.
Thank you for having me.
Skirt. Ooh.
That was all.